Good evening and welcome to Central Wisconsin Christian School. Steve Witterhack here to bring you the game tonight. It's a regional quarterfinal in Division 4 with the Crusaders taking on the Wildcats of Wild Rose. Jeff Sauer joining us doing the video streaming here tonight. And we are all set to cover Central Wisconsin Christian, hopefully in a deep run in the playoffs. They're the number 2 seeded team in their bracket, and they're taking on the number 15 seeded team, the Wildcats of Wild Rose. Had a chance to talk to Dan Tenaple. We're going to have his interview coming up here when we take a break. But he had some thoughts on where the team is at right now and about his opponent, the little bit that he does know about them. Never takes anybody lightly, though, because they look like volleyball players when they're out there, and that's all he really could say, because there's not a lot if you look up on the internet about them. But we'll talk about them. But we're going to have that interview with Dan Tenaple coming up in just a few minutes as the Home and Auto Sales pregame show continues. Live from Central Wisconsin Christian School in Waupun.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
The power of Welcome to TerraMax territory. Create the ideal seed bed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one innovative tool from Great Plains. The TerraMax is a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of field conditions. Learn more about hybrid tillage and the new TerraMax at www.greatplainsag.com or by visiting Waupun Equipment Company, your local Great Plains dealer. This is TerraMax territory. Waupun Equipment Company.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin, Waupun, and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Werner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Mary, and I was treated at the New Medical Center for knee pain. I couldn't walk long distances, stand up from a chair easily, or do stairs well. Now I can do all of these things and walk 2 miles.
Hi, my name is Linda. I was treated at the New Medical Center for pain in both of my knees, and it has made a huge difference. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I couldn't get up and down easily off the floor after playing with my grandkids. Getting up off the couch at night was difficult. Now I can do all of that. Right now I have no pain in my knees. I would definitely recommend this procedure to anybody who has pain in their knees, and I would recommend that you do it sooner rather than later.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Back for more of our Home and Auto Sales pregame show. Steve Witterhack with you live from Central Wisconsin Christian School in Waupun. It's the start of the postseason for the Crusaders, a regional quarterfinal in Division 4, taking on a team that had come away as Wild Rose here tonight. So talking with the coach Dan Tenaple from the Crusaders. And Dan, let's talk about the team. Are they where you want them to be at the end of the season? You always want them to peak about this time. So what are they looking right now?
Yeah, I think all seasons have their ups and downs and their flows to when you're playing great, when you're struggling a little bit. But I think the girls have a lot of confidence coming into this week. So we had a good week last week, and now it's all about just come every single night and put in everything you can to it, and you keep playing as long as you possibly can here in the tournament. But we have hopefully, we'll have 3 home games this week and hopefully 3 wins this week.
You're a little battle tested last week playing against the Madison Abundant Life. I know they've had a pretty good season. You went 5 with them.
Yeah, it was a great match. Went 5. We had a couple match points in the 4th set and didn't quite put them away, and then lost in the 5th. But it was, the perfect match that you want to have for your team that week before going into tournaments. Told our girls, that's going to be a regional championship, sectional type level opponent. We didn't quite come out on top that night, but we played the right way. We played with great energy, and so it was, I think, it was a good stepping stone for us last week to kind of get ourselves ready to go for this week.
Well, you got Wild Rose. I don't know how much you could have looked up, and I couldn't find a lot of information about them except for their records. So you know anything about them?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of them, and yeah, their record isn't great, but I think they look like a volleyball team out there, and they do some good things. They just struggle with consistency, but they do some really good things at times. So our goal is to keep them inconsistent tonight and make sure that we take care of things on our side of the net.
Everybody healthy for you?
Yeah, we're looking really good health-wise, which is always a big thing coming into tournaments, and so. It's a fun time of the year. It's kind of a magical time where everything comes alive and everything becomes a little more real, and the emotions and the nerves start picking up with everybody, and you get to see how people respond to that. So I'm excited.
Especially with a lot of key seniors out there, knowing any match you play could be your last here at Central Wisconsin Christian. So I'm sure they're going to be buckling down and trying to make it a long run. Yeah,
it's a great thing. We have so much experience on this team. We have so many girls who have been in these situations before, but they're also seniors, and that brings in some extra emotions about your last season and things like that. So I think they're a tough group of girls. I think they'll handle things well. They've been there before, and they know what it takes. So I'm excited to see them put out some good stuff this week.
It's a special bunch of girls. I got to know them a little bit there because they definitely come up to you and say hi and welcome me here, which doesn't always happen with the athletes when I do games. But it's a special bunch of girls, and I do wish them good luck and hopefully a nice long run covering your games.
Yeah, thanks for coming out tonight and supporting us. And they're a great group of girls. I've been here long enough now that most of these girls, I started working with them when they were 2nd and 3rd grade, coming to little summer volleyball camps and stuff like that. So it's fun to just see not only how they've grown as volleyball players, but they're just terrific people. I learn things from them every day. So it's a great opportunity for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I wish you good luck tonight, and talk to you on the other side of the game here in the match tonight.
All right, thanks a lot.
Danton Abel, head coach of the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders, getting set to start their postseason in this regional quarterfinal here in Waupun, and we'll have more of our pregame show coming your way in just a few minutes as the pregame show continues on The Source and Radio Plus.
How do you make the most of your land? The Mosers do it with their John Deere Gator XUV 590M. That's how they
cram a lot of the work in each day.
And with a 900-pound payload capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Ballwig Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun, and Ballwig Turf and Leisure North Spring Street Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz.
Most of us plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324-5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Markesan, Randolph, and Waupun.
Redeker Dairy Equipment has been taking care of the needs of area farmers for over 50 years. They're your one-stop shop for Delaval milking equipment. And Redeker Dairy Equipment sells and maintains every system from rotary parlors to robotic equipment. They'll deliver chemicals, dips, and supplies right to your farm. Redeker has an electrical department that offers residential, commercial, and industrial services, and they also provide refrigeration services. Good luck, Crusaders, from Redeker Dairy Equipment in Brandon. Municipal Pump is a leader leading Midwestern contractor for municipal and industrial water systems. They are currently looking for ambitious and mechanically minded people to fill their openings for assistant pump installers. Municipal Well and Pump offers great pay and benefits. To apply, go to municipalwellandpump.com and click on Careers or call Scott at 920-324-3400. Municipal Well and Pump of Waupun is a proud supporter of local athletics and wish the Crusaders good luck in the postseason. This broadcast is brought to you in part by W&D Navis, a family-owned business operating in the Waupun area for over 60 years. Their third generation is very involved in the running of the business. W&D Navis is a commercial industrial business specializing in convenience stores, fast food restaurants, auto parts stores, and apartment complexes, along with a landscape rock division. No job is too big for the professionals at W&D Navis Waupun, a proud longtime supporter of Christian education and the Central Wisconsin Christian Athletic Program. Hey farmers, are you looking for some relief from rising input prices? 360 Yield Center and Seed Time and Harvest have your solutions. Call Mike at 920-210-7122 and ask how corn planter products like Bandit, Dash, and Wave and applicator attachments like Y-Drop can slash your fertilizer expense and raise yields at the same time. Doing more with less. That's Seed Time and Harvest LLC, your premier 360 Yield Center dealer. 920-210-7122.
And welcome back to Central Wisconsin Christian School. They are definitely jamming here right now here in Waupun. You can probably hear it all around town, but again, it's opening night for the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders and taking on Wild Rose, the Wildcats. Just to get to know them a little bit, there's not a lot of information on the Wildcats, but I have seen CWC play plenty of times during the season. So as far as the Crusaders are concerned on the season, disappointing loss that they had against Horicon. We were at that match and had that for you here on Radio Plus, but came out in the bottom end of a 3-1 set loss to Horicon, who ended up taking the Trailways East Conference, and Central Wisconsin Christian was a game behind, sitting at 6-1. Houston-Spurt at 5-2, and Oakfield at 4-3. But still a really nice season for Danton Naples squad. 23-8 overall on the season for the Crusaders. For Wild Rose, they are coached by Jason Kirby, and they've only got one win on the season. They are 1-15 on the season and 0-6 in the Central Wisconsin South Conference. Stevens Point Pacelli, normally the best team in about 20 different sports up there, but they were 5-1, tied with Rosholt and Tri-City. We're all 5-1, so they had a three-way tie for the first place in the Central Wisconsin South Conference. It said, don't know a lot about them. I kind of see the girls out there on the court right now, and not a lot of height facing a very tall Central Wisconsin Christian School team. So they're going to have their hands full with the Crusaders here tonight. Of course, the Crusaders are led by their quarterback, K.K. Vanderwerf. Just an amazing player, an amazing leader out there. Like Danton Naples said, I learned a lot from these ladies, especially seniors out there, that know that any night could be their last night, and it means a lot to them to play their best and give it their best shot. And he said just a special bunch of girls, and I've got to know some of them too, because they'll come and help me set my banner up once in a while. They always stop and say hi, and just a good bunch of girls that they have for Central Wisconsin Christian. But in K.K. Vanderwerf, what a great leader. Went over 2,000 assists in her career here at Central Wisconsin Christian, which is a huge number. Matter of fact, she did it the same night that Randolph and their super setter over there with Jory Bawalda, who's actually going to play college basketball at UW-Milwaukee. The same night that she got her 2,000 was the same exact night that KK got hers. So that's quite a coincidence. Just about 15 miles away from each other, two very good setters. So we'll hear a lot from her. The real go-to person at the net for CWC and putting the ball down is Ada Smeese. 6'1" senior, leads the team in kills, leads the team in blocks with over 80 on the season. And again, she's got those long arms and just a force to be reckoned with when she puts the wall up in the front for the Crusaders. Elise Ritzma, another one of their live wire hitters up in the front, another one of those seniors, 5'9" senior outside hitter. You'll hear a lot from her in the game. And Emma Hoffman, you don't hear a lot from her, but she does a lot of things out there. A right side hitter, but she's goes in the system once in a while. If KK gets taken out of a system for setting, she'll step in and take that second hit and set the ball across court. So just a solid player up on that right side for the Crusaders, and of course a very nice libero with Aaron Ruin, and just a 5'4" senior on the team. But again, she's a nice, solid player for the Crusaders over there. Like I said, I don't know much about the Wild Rose Wildcats, but they got their hands full here tonight. Let's take a look at the bracketing for this part of the bracket in Division 4. And they are in sectional number 4, again taking on Wild Rose. And the winner will be playing coming up. If it's Christian School, they will be hosting as the top seeded team, and they are number 2 seeded, will be hosting the match coming up on Thursday night. But Oakfield, we know, is a very good team. When the Crusaders played against them, they had just lost. A couple of girls had quit the team, key players for Oakfield. And the very next match after that weekend that these girls quit, the Crusaders came to Oakfield to play, and they played not a bad match against Oakfield. But talking to KK Vanderwerf before the match, she said that they're a much improved team, and that's the team, if they would happen to win this match tonight, and they would happen to play Oakfield. He said that'll be a tough match. They got the Hoffman sisters out there that are 6'+", solid left side and middle hitters for the Oakfield Oaks. Some very athletic girls out there, real nice setter, and a scrappy team. So they said that's no gimme in the second round already of the tournament. And then on the other part of the tournament, maybe a regional championship team you might have to face is Sevastopol. They are the number 3 seeded team. Know nothing about them except they are the number 3 seeded team. And they're in action tonight way up by Door County, hosting Marion, the number 14 seed. The other team that's playing is number 11, Elkhart Lakeland Beulah, playing at Cambria Friesen out of the Trailways West Conference. And again, that's this part of the region that just one of those teams that I just mentioned tonight are going to come out and head into the sectionals coming up next week. So a lot at stake. Got to win them all and get yourself into that portion of the playing some of the best teams. The other number 1 seeded teams, you got Green Bay New Lutheran, Providence Academy. That's the team that you could play in the sectional semifinal if you're Central Wisconsin Christian. So that's a tough opponent there. And the number 1 seeded team down in the bottom half of the section is Monticello. And I've been there for some matches. You're almost in Illinois. When you get there, it's in the middle of nowhere. You just keep on heading south. You went too far if you saw any Illinois signs, but you're not too far from Monticello. And who knows if you might have to face them coming up. And that wouldn't be till the championship. Number 2 seeded team is Heritage Christian. So, and a lot of pretty good teams in this sectional. Not an easy one. And it all starts here tonight for the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders. I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back in a few minutes with the starting lineups in the beginning of tonight's regional quarterfinal Division 4 matchup. It's Central Wisconsin Christian hosting the Wildcats of Wild Rose, coming your way in just a few minutes on Radio Plus.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA Insurance at 324-2071 for free help.
The power of intelligent farming is here. The remarkable new T7 Heavy Duty with PLM Intelligence is available now at Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown. Built on the legacy of the acclaimed New Holland T7 tractor family, the T7 Heavy Duty delivers leading all-around performance and comfort. You'll see wider, operate quieter, think smarter, and feel stronger. 2 models are available, featuring up to 313 horsepower. Designed for you, by you, the new T7 Heavy Duty with PLM Intelligence lets you put intelligent farming to work right now. See one today at Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown. Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Ballwig Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun, and Ballwig Turf and Leisure North Spring Street Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
We are back at Central Wisconsin Christian School. Steve Witterhack with you, along with Jeff Sauer on the video streaming. Taking a look at the starting lineups as they're announcing that on the court right now. KK Vanderwerf is your setter, a 5'7 senior. Emma Hoffman is a 5'6 senior and right side hitter. Aaron Weiss is a 5'4 senior. Tabitha Buwalda is a left side hitter and a 5'8 sophomore. Avery Slings, defensive specialist, 5'4 senior. Middle blocker, Kate DeVries, one of their 6-footers in the middle. She's a 6-foot player and middle hitter, just a sophomore. Ada Smeese, that's the go-to player, whether it's right up the middle or they run the slide. If she hits on that right side, she can pound it down and put up a big wall up there by the net. She is a 6'1 senior and left side hitter, Elise Ritzma. Kind of a rarity out there, a left side, or since a left-handed hitter hitting from that left side. Normally they kind of move them over to the right side of the court where there's a more natural swing for them over there, but she does a great job, and she's number 2 on kills for the Crusaders on the season. For Wild Rose, they will be playing a 6-2 offense with a couple setters. Emma Elm, she's a senior, and they also have a freshman setter with Ella Tratz. Their libero is Claire Williams. Outside hitters is Gracie Thompson and Emeka Marquez. Middle hitters are Abby McCardle and Lily Lucchini. Right side hitter is Marissa Jewell. And I believe that we've got Addie Schmickel, too, is their right side hitter and is a sophomore. And they crank it up here with the sound system and the announcing and the music, but a great party atmosphere here. They've got a great student section for Central Wisconsin Christian. They really cheer on their ladies every match that I've been here so far. Very vocal, and they do a great job singing the national anthem, too. So it's an amazing bunch of young people and a great atmosphere they put up when you come here and play at Central Wisconsin Christian. So again, we are just about ready to get things going here at the Christian School.
The head coach of the Crusaders is Dan Tenaple. His assistants are
Dan Tenaple, the head coach again for the Crusaders, always very approachable and ready to do an interview whenever I want to do it, which I'm glad I got to talk to him before the match here tonight. Just give us thoughts on his team. He really says it's a pretty special bunch of volleyball players, and he will miss the seniors when they play their last night of volleyball as a Crusader. We are ready to go. Welcome to the jungle of CWC, the Crusaders, number 2 seeded team. Looking to make some noise here in the postseason. It all begins here tonight. Thanks for joining us on RadioPlusInfo.com. Let everybody know. People out of state, if you know anybody, relation, grandpa and grandma, aunts and uncles, just friends from out of state, let them know. They can go to RadioPlusInfo.com or go to YouTube and punch in Radio Plus and find the match there. We are worldwide, wherever they have internet, to watch this match and listen to my play-by-play here tonight. So thanks for joining us. For the people that are already tuned in and logged on to the computer for this tonight, the people that are listening on the radio right now, Wild Rose will begin serving with Ella Tratz, the freshman, back to serve. Her serve is barely clears the net. Good pass by Wald over to KK Vanderwerf. A quick set over to Smith, and she'll pound it down right to the middle of the court. Not much of a resistance up there. You can tell she's about almost a head taller than anybody else that Wild Rose is putting on the court. And you only got 1 win on the season against a team with 23 wins on the season. That's a tough task for anybody. Back to serve now for the Crusaders is Avery Slings. Serves from the middle back. And just pushed up to the front, over to Tratz. Back sets right side, pushed over off the block. Kept alive by Smeese. Going to go over to Bawalda on the right side. Hits it off the block and puts it away. Nice swing over on the left side by Bawalda. Tabitha Bawalda on the kill. Point for CWC, opening up a 2-0 lead early in the match here tonight. Again, a regional quarterfinal matchup in Division 4. Another serve for Avery Slings with her team up 2-0. Pushed up, Tratz chased to the back row, a little roll shot. Rice pushes it up, and a quick set to Smeese, and she'll pound it down to the right side and put it away. Really not much resistance. Should be open season on the Wildcats here tonight, as they really don't put much of a block up against the hitters so far that I've seen in this match. It's something they might want to, just to protect your teammates, might want to get them up there. Tratz gets the pass, and that's hit right in the bottom of the net. The swing by Abby McCardle. Now leading 4-0 on your New Medical Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Our New Medical Integrated Healthcare injury report. Everybody's healthy, according to Dan Tenapel. You know, you have your little dings and things like that this time of the season, going to the postseason, but everybody's healthy and 100% right now for them. Ball's going to get bumped over by Thompson. Britsma gets the pass over to KK Vanderwerf, over to Smeese, and again pounds it down over the much shorter Abby McCardle. Only 1 block going up against her. And a quick timeout taken by Jason Kirby. Back after this with more Crusader Volleyball on Radio Plus.
Municipal Well and Pump is a leading contractor for municipal and industrial water systems. They are currently looking for ambitious and mechanically minded people to fill their openings for assistant pump installers. Municipal Well and Pump offers great pay and benefits. To apply, go to municipalwellandpump.com and click on Careers, or call Scott at 920-324-3400. Municipal Well and Pump of Waupun is a proud supporter of local athletics and wish the Crusaders good luck in the postseason.
We are back at Central Wisconsin Christian. Steve Witterhack with Jeff joining me back from Tennessee. So it's good to have him back and video streaming for us again, Jeff Sauer. Crusaders open up a 5-0 lead. A quick timeout taken by Jason Kirby of the Wildcats. More serving by Avery Slings. Left side attack now by Thompson is popped in the air. And middle attack by Smeese, and no one up there to stop her. Pounds it down. And another kill for the Crusaders. Smeese with 3 of the 6 points from her swing so far here in this match. Avery Slings will have to ice her arm down like a pitcher by the time she's done it. She keeps on going, getting the first 6 points. They serve to the middle back. That's popped in the air. Good pass over to Tratz. Left side attack off the block and in. Pretty good swing there by Gracie Thompson, the senior. Had a big double block over there, but she just kind of hit it off the left side of the arm of Ada Smeese and gets the first point for the Wildcats, but they trail 6-1. The Waldo's pass kind of chases Vanderwerf to the back row. Back row attack now by Ritzma is popped in the air. It's already the longest volley of the match so far. Left side attack now by Bawalda. over the top of the block, into the middle back with it and puts it away. Tabitha Bawalda with the kill for the Crusaders. Bawalda rotates to the back now, and she'll be serving for the Crusaders. And nice start here, 7-1. The lead for the Crusaders. This one is barely, she does catch the net a little bit on the left serve. Left side attack now by Marquez is popped in the air by Rice. And it's going to get pushed over on the third hit. And they're going to call a double contact on the hit over the net by Ritzma. And that'll be a point for the Wildcats, their second point of the match. 7-2 the lead now for the Crusaders on your new Medical Center Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Abby McCardle with the serve. Rice with a good pass over to Vanderwerf. A left side attack, and that's put away to the middle back by Elise Ritzma. And if you put the set up there, there's really nobody going up or much above the net for the Wildcats. So like I said, this could be a rough night when they got a much taller and a hard-hitting team from the Crusaders swinging and putting things away right at you. Elise Heisinga is up serving now. They're a left side attack way back in the back corner. Bawalda keeps it alive. Left side attack now by Ritzma. And again, putting it away. Elise gets the kill, and now a 9-2 lead for the Crusaders. If you want to chat at all, let me know that you're out there. Go over to the chat area, hit on that, and send me a message. I'll see it right here on the computer screen in front of me. Let me know you're out there. I can pass that along, especially if you're out of state or something. We'll let you know where some of the people are viewing from. Vanderwerf takes over the second hit, but that is fielded by Marquez back over on the Crusader side. And we've got a double contact called on the Wildcats. A point for the Crusaders, now leading 10-2. Annalise Heising again with a serve that's just a bit out of bounds, just a little bit long. And that is a point for the Wildcats. Eddie Schmickel coming in. Put an SH in there, SCH or something in before name. It was just SMY, but they said it's Schmickel. That's what I was told by one of the assistant coaches, so that's all I can go by. If you're a Wildcat person, because we did let the parents know, too, and grandparents know where they can watch the game for the people that are home. If pronouncing that wrong, definitely let me know. You can do that in the chat line. Big time swing by Elise Ritzma on a perfect set by KK Vanderwerf. It just pounds it to the back right corner. Another point with authority for the Crusaders. Emma Hoffman checking in, and sitting down will be Avery Slings. And KK Vanderwerf back to serve for the Crusaders. One just about a foot above the net, popped in the air. And that was going to be kind of a clunked hit into the bottom of the net by Lillian Lucchini. He got spun around a little bit awkwardly and just got to try to hit one up over the net, but hits the bottom of the net. That's a point for the Crusaders, up by 9, 12-3. And then a pretty good serve, one of those in-between serves. The libero Claire Williams was there, along with their front row hitter, Abby Schmickel, but right between them, neither one could control the ball. That is a point for the Crusaders, up by 10 now, 13-3. And we got a rotation problem for the Wildcats, even though the ball went out of bounds or not for the serve by KK Vanderwerf. Big smile on her face, but they bailed her out with having a rotation problem, and that'll be a point for the Crusaders, opening up an 11-point lead, 14-3. Vanderwerf serve that's popped in the air, center on the left side over to Marquez. Rice gets it up to Vanderwerf. Here goes Ritzma again. Nice cross-court shot. Always kind of different for me to watch a lefty over on that left side, but there's a double block up. Goes up with that arm that's towards the outside of the court and just swings right across the court. Nice angle on that by Elise Ritzma to get the kill. Pretty relaxed atmosphere tonight during their huddle for the Crusaders. A lot of dancing going on in their huddle. Here goes swing again from the left side by Marquez off the block and on the floor. So she's their leader so far. A good person to set it to, but now she rotates to the back row. And Emeka Marquez, the sophomore, back to serve. 15-4 in favor of the Crusaders. Good pass over to Vanderwerf. Sets over on the left side off the block, and that is Toole out of bounds. Ritzma, good job just catching the fingertips of the blockers, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Crusaders, leading now 16-4. Least back to serve again, the lefty. Going to the back row. That's popped up by Marquez. And just pushed over on the third hit, and a double contact is going to be called on the right side hitter, Schmickel, which is a fun name to say. I'm hoping it's not Schmickel, because I like saying Schmickel. And another serve for Ritzma. Set over on the left side. It's going to be kind of a good job. Well, I guess not. It was too far out of bounds on that set over to Gracie Thompson over there. Had to kind of backpedal, reach back, and hits it into the antenna. And that is a point for the Crusaders, opening up now a 14-point lead, 18-4. They're controlling the ball, getting chances, not doing. You got another double contact, being very, very picky with that here tonight. With the up rep here, sometimes you never see it get called in a night. Another timeout taken by Coach Jason Kirby. Back in 30 seconds after this timeout on Radio Plus.
Redeker Dairy Equipment has been taking care of the needs of area farmers for over 50 years. They're your one-stop shop for Delaval milking equipment. And Redeker Dairy Equipment sells and maintains every system from rotary parlors to robotic equipment. They'll deliver chemicals, dips, and supplies right to your farm. Redeker has an electrical department that offers residential, commercial, and industrial services, and they also provide refrigeration services. Good luck, Crusaders, from Redeker Dairy Equipment in Brandon.
A great start. I think Wildcats a little shell shock so far in this match, as the Crusaders have opened up a 19-4 lead here in set number one. Can you lose? You are done. If you win, if it's the Crusaders, you'll be right back here on this court to play against the winner of the match between Oakfield and Lourdes Academy over at Oakfield tonight, a battle of number 7 and 10 seeded teams in this sectional. Ritzma continues to serve now for CWC. Ball is popped up for the fronts, kind of tight to the net, and now it's going to for a shoulder. Good save. The save over on the left side by Gracie Thompson. Ball hit over. Another great save by the Wildcats, this time by Marquez. Left side attack now by Bawalda off the block and popped up by Williams. It's going to get pushed over by Emma Elm, who is one of their setters. And DeVries just taps it over on the third hit. Back over left side to Thompson. Hits it hard cross court, but misses out of bounds long. And that is a point for the Crusaders. And if you're watching right now, you're logged in, just go right to the chat. Don't be shy. Punch on that and type in hello and let us know who's out there. Especially if you have anybody out of state, let us know. Diving save by Rice in the back row, right to Vanderwerf, and left side attack by Bawalda. Popped in the air by their libero Williams, and then hit in the net on the third hit by Gracie Thompson. And Rice had a really nice save in that back left corner for the Crusaders. Just depending if it's right or left, depending if you're looking that way with your back to it or looking forward. Ball's going to get set in the middle over to Schmickel. Popped in the air by Ritzma. And it goes Bawalda right on the 10-foot line to the back row, popped up by Marquez. Now Marquez will have to bump it over on the third hit from the back row. KK Vanderwerf, quick center to DeVries. And that is kept alive by Williams and popped up to nobody in the front row. No one closed in on it. And that is a point for the Crusaders, now leading 22-4. And you play up to 25, you got to win by 2. And you got to win 3 sets. If you play a decider, you only play to 15, but you still have to win by 2. Ritzma with the serve, and that goes off the libero's arm. Claire Williams is a deep middle back and keeps going off her arms and out of bounds into the wall. Crusaders now just 2 points away from a set 1 victory. The serve for Ritzma. And it's going to get pushed over from the 10-foot line, but in the net behind the 10-foot line by Addie Schmickel. And now a set number 1 point for the Crusaders. And back to serve. And to serve quite a few in a row is Ritzma. The pass, and that's dumped over on the second hit. Hoffman's going to serve, should set this time. Emma Hoffman, and Tabitha Bawalda hammers it right down the left line and in. And that is a point for the Crusaders, and they win this first set by a score of 25-4. And Jeff and I'll be back coming up in just 2 minutes with the second set from Central Wisconsin Christian School right after this on Radio Plus.
Hey farmers,
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Mary, and I was treated at the New Medical Center for knee pain. I couldn't walk long distances, stand up from a chair easily, or do stairs well. Now I can do all of these things and walk 2 miles.
Hi, my name is Linda. I was treated at the New Medical Center for pain in both of my knees, and it has made a huge difference. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I couldn't get up and down easily off the floor after playing with my grandkids. Getting up off the couch at night was difficult. Now I can do all of that. Right now I have no pain in my knees. I would definitely recommend this procedure to anybody who has pain in their knees, and I would recommend that you do it sooner rather than later.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Hey farmers, are you looking for some relief from rising input prices? 360 Yield Center and Seed Time and Harvest have your solutions. Call Mike at 920-210-7122 and ask how corn planter products like Bandit, Dash, and Wave and applicator attachments like Y-Drop can slash your fertilizer expense and raise yields at the same time. Doing more with less. That's Seed Time and Harvest LLC, your premier 360 Yield Center dealer. 920-210-7122.
Most of us plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324-5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Marquezan, Randolph, and Waupun.
Yeah, they are rocking out here in the gym at Central Wisconsin Christian for a good reason, is that their Crusader ladies took care of business against just an outmanned and outwomaned team here from the Wildcats of Wild Rose. Again, not putting up any resistance at the net, and Crusaders doing what they're supposed to do when the opportunities are there, and against a team like this, when you get a set, hammer it down, pass the ball well, keep your passing good, your serving tight, and they did that. They played really flawless volleyball in that first set. Middle attack, and that is popped up by Rice. And then Walda takes a swing at it to return right away back to the Crusaders. Backs that right side over to Hoffman, and that's controlled by the Wildcats. There goes a left side attack by Thompson. That is into the net, and that is a point for the Crusaders. Bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. A nice little table Jeff set up for us right at midcourt, opposite side of the up ref, which is a perfect place to be, and about 7 rows away, plus the scorer's table away from the court. Nice swing from the right side by Emma Hoffman, getting her first kill in the match. Taking advantage of a perfect set over to KK, spreading the wealth out there to many different players for the Crusaders. Ball's popped up over to Elm, and the left side attack is controlled by Rice and popped over by Vanderwerf right away on the second hit. Right side attack now by Schmickel down the line. Nice diving save again by Rice. And then we're going to get a double contact called on the Crusaders. So they'll get a point, 2-1 the lead for Central Wisconsin Christian. Try to see if I can figure out or let you know who else is playing here tonight. In a Division III, it's Randolph taking on the I was hoping to get some updates on that match over at Randolph with the top-ranked teams in Division III. Quick set over to Smeese on the left side. That's into the net, did not clear. And that'll be a point for the Wildcats. Marquezan taking on St. Mary Springs in Fond du Lac tonight. The winner of those two matches will play, if it's Randolph, they'll be hosting all the way through, being the number 1 seed. Goes Smeese from the left side again, the block back over on the Crusaders' time. That's outside. Nice diving save by their libero, Claire Williams. Here goes Smeese, and again Williams keeps it alive. Ball's pushed over on the second hit. Vanderwerf getting the ball to Hoffman, pushes it over on the second hit. And kind of a last-second decision to swing at the ball and pop it over by number 13, who's not on our roster that we have here. So that will be a point as that goes out of bounds off their hand and out of bounds on the Crusaders side. Point for the Crusaders, leading 3-2. Back to serve for CWC is Avery Slings. Ball passed up front to Tratz. Kind of off the court. Cut shot by Thompson. Kept alive by Bowalda. Smith goes up and just pounds one down from the middle position. Nice 3 hits there. A perfect pass by Bowalda over to KK Vanderwerf. Perfect set over to Smith, who had nothing to do but just go up and just pound it down. Another serve for Avery Slings. And that's going to be out of bounds on the serve by Slings. And the Wildcats get another point.
Set to serve Gracie Thompson.
And ball is out of bounds, and that'll be a CWC point.
Tabitha Bowalda this serve.
Thanks to our viewers here that have logged on and are watching us on Radio Plus, and the people that are tuned in to 103.3 FM and 93.7 FM. Glad to have you along here tonight. In the opening night for playoffs, a shot backpedaling off the court behind the 10-foot line by their left side hitter, Emeka Marquez, into the bottom of the net. That's a point for the Crusaders, leading now 6-3. And Tabitha Bowalda back to serve again for the Crusaders. She's thinking to the back row. It's going to be a little too tight to the net, a little too far left. And it's a passing error on that. The Crusaders get another free point. Opening up a 4-point lead now, 7-3. The Crusaders winning the first set, 25-4. Just a couple of the servers for the Crusaders getting a lot of serves in that first set. Ball pushed over in the third, hit by McCardle. And then she's going to get called for a double contact. They say she kind of threw it over the net. Her hands didn't get there at the same time. Said watching that very closely are the referees here. Like I said, sometimes you go to matches, they hardly ever call it, but definitely all over it. That serve into the net by Bowalda, and that'll be a point for the Wildcats on the service error. 8-4 the score now in favor of the Crusaders on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Abby McCardle with the serve. That goes out of bounds deep. And there's a free point. Returning favors there with serving errors. Crusaders and right to the Wild Rose on the very next serve. 9-4 the lead for Central Wisconsin Christian. Back to serve is Annalise Heisinga. Good pass. This time up to the front to Trask. Right side attack. The block is up, and DeVries is going to get called for a lift. The block was up, and then she tried to kind of pop it up, and they say maybe it stuck in her arm a little bit. That's called a carry. That's the point for the Wildcats. 9-5 the deficit now for Wild Rose here at Central Wisconsin Christian against the Crusaders.
Kelly Barr with the kill. Set to serve for Wild Rose, Emma Elm.
Emma Elm back to serve right now. Ball's popped up. It's going to be over an overpass and goes back on the Crusader side. Vanderwerf takes it over on the second hit. Elm keeps it alive. He goes a Schmickel from the right side. He's going to hit that thing way wide right. Well out of bounds, and now a 10-5 lead for CWC. I'm sure I've done Wild Rose in some sport before, right here in this gym, I believe. Maybe it was basketball or something in the past, but it might only be the second time that I've ever covered anything with Wild Rose in competition with any of the teams that we cover here. You're going to get over to Ritzmo along the left side. Off the block, kept alive by the Wildcats. And a double contact is going to get called again, trying to set the left side over to Emeka Marquez, but that pass to her was called a double contact. And point going to the Crusaders. 11-5 now the score in favor of CWC, and KK Vanderwerf back to serve for the Crusaders. It's hard, low line driver. Good job by Williams to pop it up. And Marquez will just bump it over on the third hit. Rice passes to Vanderwerf. Here goes Ritzman on the left side, and cross-court shot right over towards Gracie Thompson. Dives, gets to it, but gets it straight right into the student section. Must be a pink out tonight. One guy even wearing a very nice kind of prom dress over there. Ball is popped to the front. Elm takes it over on the second hit. Rice passes it to Vanderwerf. Little attack by DeVries. Taps it over. Back row attack Rice gets it over to Vanderwerf again. Here goes Ritzma again. Kind of caught her awkwardly between jumps. Kind of have to lead her a little bit, and that was kind of where she had to kind of go back a little bit, and then she hits it right into the net. And it's a point for the Wildcats. So it's still a 12-6 lead for CWC. Rice gets the ball. Vanderwerf gets it behind the 10-foot line. And a Hoffman from the left side pounds it into the net. Not her normal spot over there, but she will take a swing over there. She rotates across the front. Back to serve for Wild Rose is Emeka Marquez. Nice job by Vanderwerf to keep the ball alive, and DeVries has to bump it over. Elm gets it left side and is pushed over just inside the antenna. And again, just a little tap shot by Ritzman on the left side. Vanderwerf out of it right now. She gets up to Hoffman, who gets it over to Elise Ritzma, who pounds it down to the middle back, and a point for the Crusaders. Ritzma rotates to the back row now, and it's a 13-7 lead, up by 6 are the Crusaders. And that is hit towards Marquez in the back row. Gets her arms out there, but hits off her arms and keeps on going out of bounds deep. Point for CWC, up 14-7. And a timeout taken by Jason Kirby again for Wild Rose. Back in 30 seconds with more Crusader Volleyball on Radio Plus.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
We're back at Central Wisconsin Christian School. Steve Witterhack along with Jeff Sauer bringing you the big matchup here. We do have some people checking in. Joyce Smeese, appreciate being able to see the game. So thanks to Joyce. Let us know that she is out there. Want to do the same as Joyce did, just go to the chat and type something in. Ball is first hit by Claire Williams in the middle back, but kind of hit it to nobody. It's another point for the Crusaders. On a roll right now, 15-7 their lead here in set number 2. They won the first set 25-4. Marquez popping the ball over to Elm, tight to the net. The block is up. Hoffman up there along with DeVries put up the roof. And a point for the Crusaders. Now leading 16-7. Ritzma with a serve. Marquez passes over to Elm. Back set in the middle, but it's popped right into the net by Abby McCardle. Going to be a little intimidated by a 6-foot player on the other side of the net. Giving up a few inches to Kate DeVries up in the middle front. Elm chased off the court, just pops it over right above the net. DeVries puts it down and off the arms of Viviana Lund and out of bounds. Good job on an overpass for DeVries to go up and put it down and get her kill. And another point for the Crusaders, now leading 18-7. And taps over the net and kept alive by Williams. Side attack, it goes past the double block off the net. Back row attack by Rice. You know those Barrows normally in that back row, but they get a chance. They want to put something on it, and it goes out of bounds by a few feet there by Ann Rice. Vanderwerf bumps it over on the left side. Not sure if DeVries got that or Bawalda, but you get back over on the Wild Road side. Here goes Bawalda from the left side, pop right back over to CWC, and DeVries takes it over right away. Elm chases it down, going left side over to Thompson. Popped in the air, Rice gets it over to Vanderwerf, left side to Bawalda down the line, and that's going to be out of bounds wide left. No touch. Point for the Wildcats. 18-9 the lead for the Crusaders. And back to serve will be their libero, Claire Williams. Barely clears it up. He's going to get an overpass right away on the first hit. Elm going left side over to Thompson, past the double block. Kept alive by Bawalda, pushed deep by Vanderwerf. Then that's going to go hit off the post, which is out of bounds wide of the antenna up there, not in the net. And Crusaders get another point, opening up a 10-point lead, 19-9. I want to thank finishing touches by Rich on Main Street in Waupun. One of our sponsors here tonight. Cross-court shot. He had a nice swing there. Come off the court right by the 10-foot line. And Gracie Thompson goes cross-court to the right side. Diving Tabitha Bawalda can't get to it. And that's about I think the most impressive kill I've seen tonight by the Wildcats. Nice swing by Thompson. 19-10 now, the lead for the Crusaders over the Wildcats of Wild Rose. Bawalda, good pass over to Vanderwerf. Going to go left side over to Smeese over the top of the block. He's got to reach a little higher for that one, and she was just so much above everybody else on the court on the other side of the net. She just kind of just places it down without too much on that one, but still an impressive hit by Ada Smeese. Avery slings back to serve now for CWC. That one just kind of dives before it gets to the tape. It's right on the bottom of the tape, and that's a service error for Slings. Point for the Wildcats, but they're down by 9, 20-11. Crusaders only 5 points away from going up 2-0 in this match. And serve right in the net. That happened before with Thompson and with Slings back-to-back service errors. Slings did it, and then they returned the favor immediately with Thompson. And another service error. Tabitha Bawalda now with the serve. High off the arms of Williams. Saved by Thompson and bumped over on the third. Hit by McCardle. Vanderwerf backside on the slide on the right side. Smeese hits it hard off the arms of Gracie Thompson. And it bounces out of bounds into the crowd over by the cheering section for CWC. Point number 22 for the Crusaders. Now leading 22-11. And that will bring in Sophia Drew in. It's going to be out of bounds deep on the serve. That's the point for the Wildcats. They're down by 10, 22-12.
Abby McCardle to serve.
Abby McCardle is now serving for the Wildcats. So stays in the back row and chase up the court is Vanderwerf. Still gets it across the court, and a swing from the left side is in for Jocelyn Service. Getting her opportunity from the left side, getting her first kill of the match. Nice job there by Vanderwerf, getting some more people involved.
Ruby Jo Mulder to serve.
And in now is Ruby Jo Mulder. 5'8" sophomore getting her first action. Goes to the middle back with it. Pass up to the front row. Going to start it over on the right side, and it's pushed over, but out of bounds wide right. The swing by number 13, who's not in the. Got a few players not on my rosters right now for both teams actually. And it is now set number 2 point, 24-12 in favor of the Crusaders. And Ruby Jo Mulder with the serve. That one is mishandled by Marquez and out of bounds. And the Crusaders win the second set 25-12. Won the first set 25-4 and lead 2-0 against the Wildcats. We'll be back with more from Central Wisconsin Christian School in Waupun right after this on Radio Plus.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by W&D Navas, a family-owned business operating in the Waupun area for over 60 years. Their third generation is very involved in the running of the business. W&D Navas is a commercial industrial business specializing in convenience stores, fast food restaurants, auto parts stores, and apartment complexes, along with a landscape rock division. No job is too big for the professionals at W&D Navas Waupun, a proud longtime supporter of Christian education and the Central Wisconsin Christian Athletic Program.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA
Home and Auto.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing
HomeAndAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeAndAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeAndAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Holman family your first stop at HomeAndAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Holman.
Welcome to Terra Max territory. Create the ideal seed bed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one innovative tool from Great Plains. The Terra Max is a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of field conditions. Learn more about hybrid tillage and the new Terra Max at www.greatplainsag.com or by visiting Waupun Equipment Company, your local Great Plains dealer. This is Terra Max territory. Waupun Equipment Company.
Welcome back to Central Wisconsin Christian School. Steve Witterhack with you to bring you the third set. Again, CWC winning 25-12 in the last set. And they won the first set 25-4. And getting some other players out on the court. See another player out there that I'll have to ask Greg Zonnefeld who that is exactly. And that's not on my roster either. Number 14 that just came out of the court. Okay, we got that the set as we've got Kaylee Perry out on the court for her first action of the night. She's in the back row for the Crusaders as we get things going here in set number 3. And she gets the first hit. Nice pass over to KK Vanderwerf. They get the Smeese out on the left side. She hammers one into the net. A little bit of cheering going on. I don't know if it's kind of a late arrival by some of the Wildcat student section here, but they got a pretty vocal bunch, and that's good. Vanderwerf with the pass, going to go over to Heisinger, just pushes it over on the third hit. It's an overpass in. Smeese goes up, but she is blocked by Abby McCardle. Nice job by McCardle. Giving up a bunch of inches, but went up and blocked that one right back for a block kill. The Wildcats now leading 0-2. Good pass by Perry. Right side attack by Heisinger is dug out by Williams. Middle attack now by McCardle. That goes off the arms by Perry in the back row and out of bounds deep. Now 3-0 in favor of the Wildcats. So we got some new players getting some opportunities out here for both teams, but right now a 3-0 deficit for the Crusaders, leading 2-0. Quick set over to Smeese on the left side. Another nice dig, but they just can't quite control it. Good job, though, by Gracie Thompson. Down on her backside and kind of popped it up with the right hand and almost got it to somebody for them to control, but a good effort. And a point for the Crusaders, getting their first point of the third set, trailing now 3-1. It's Naples even kind of encouraging the Wildcat fans right now. They're small but vocal bunch. And Williams pops the ball up near the ceiling. And Marquez in the back row gets it over, and that's mishandled in the net. And Smeese can't quite pop it up to somebody else since he dug it out of the net. The miss hit in the back row by Avery Slings, and that is a point for the Wildcats, giving their cheering section something to cheer for here in this third set. 4-1 the lead now for the Wildcats. Perry pops it in the air. Wally gets it towards the front row and is pushed. Now, I think Smeese is going to get called for the double contact, pushing it over. And DeBreeze is going to check in, and sitting down will be Kaylee Perry. Getting a little action here tonight, along with Aaron Rice checking in for the Crusaders. 5-1 the lead now for the Wildcats. Next serve is in the net on the serve attempt by Gracie Thompson. 5-2 the lead again for the Wildcats and your New Medical Integrated Healthcare Scoreboard, bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. Our table right at midcourt here at Central Wisconsin Christian School. Marquez gets a set, pushes it deep. Kept alive by Rice. Middle attack now by Smeese. Pounds it down to the back right corner. And now order seems to be restored here at Central Wisconsin Christian High School. And the winner of this match, looking to be where the Crusaders have been playing and playing against the number 15 seed. Crusaders, should they win, will be hosting no matter who wins the match over at Oakfield. Block is up, and Smeese goes up with a block kill. Yes, Oakfield, number 7 seed, is hosting number 10 seed Lord's Academy over in Oakfield tonight. Winner of that match, if CWC hangs on and wins here tonight, will be playing right here on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and we will have that match for you right here on Radio Plus. Smeese pops it back over. It gets back over on the Crusader side. Here goes Ritzma from the left side. Cross-court shot popped up by Marquez. And it's going to get rolled over to the back corner, kept alive by Ritzma. Middle attack now by Smeese. That's going to be out of bounds wide right by a few feet. Not a real pretty match right now, even with all the starters back in for the Crusaders. They're still behind 6-4 here in this third set. Abby McCardle with the service, tight to the net for Vanderwerf, taps it over, and the block is up of Addie Schmickel. She puts it back down on the block kill. A little tight to the net, and all Vanderwerf could do is try to poke it back over. Serve for the Wildcats. Good pass over to Vanderwerf. Left side attack now by Ritzma is dug out. Back to Marquez inside the 10-foot line. Ritzma keeps it alive. Back over to Ritzma. Down the line, and that is in. Nice shot. Swing before that went cross court. That one she went right down the line over on the left side. Nobody there for the Wildcats. And Elise Ritzma with a kill. 7-5 the lead. Wildcats still in the lead yet. Getting later here in the third set. Ada Smeese with the serve. Williams pops it up. That stays in the back row. And Elm will just have to bump it over on the third hit. Bawalda gets it right by the sideline. Back over to Ritzma. And a little, kind of mishit that ball a little bit. It kind of made it look like a changeup, and then the blocker up there was actually coming down at that time. Hits into her hands and then into the net. And that's a point for the Crusaders. Back within one now. They trail 7-6. Smeese with the serve. That's popped up, stays in the back row, chased down. And Elm will just bump it over on the third hit deep. Smeese, good pass over to Vanderwerf. Left side attack by Ritzma. And we've got a player in the net for the Wildcats. And we are tied at 7 apiece on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Smeese continues to serve. Nice little run going on by the Crusaders. Looking to take the lead on this point. Tight to the net, and that's going to be a point for CWC. Ball's a little too close to the net for the front row player Ella Trask to control it. And now a timeout taken by Jason Kirby. Back in 30 seconds with more Crusader Volleyball on Radio Plus.
Redeker Dairy Equipment has been taking care of the needs of area farmers for over 50 years. They're your one-stop shop for Delaval milking equipment. And Redeker Dairy Equipment sells and maintains every system from rotary parlors to robotic equipment. They'll deliver chemicals, dips, and supplies right to your farm. Redeker has an electrical department that offers residential, commercial, and industrial services, and they also provide refrigeration services. Good luck, Crusaders, from Redeker Dairy Equipment in Brandon. This broadcast is brought by W&D Navas, a family-owned business operating in the Waupun area for over 60 years. Their third generation is very involved in the running of the business. W&D Navas is a commercial industrial business specializing in convenience stores, fast food restaurants, auto parts stores, and apartment complexes, along with a landscape rock division. No job is too big for the professionals at W&D Navas Waupun, a proud.
Okay, we are back, and the serve is out of bounds from the Crusaders. Point for Wild Rose, and they tied it back up at 8 apiece. Aaron Rice checks back in the game for the Crusaders, and Ada Smeese will sit down. And back to serve is Emma Elm, the senior. A little bit too much on that one, about 10 feet deep on Elm's serve, and a service error, giving the Crusaders another point. They now have the lead back at 9-8, and Vanderwerf rotates to the back row to serve for the Crusaders. Anybody out there who wants to send me a message, don't be shy. Go on the chat and let me know. Just type it in. Let me know where you're at. Who's out there watching right now. Elm just pushes it over, and she'll get a kill for the Wildcats and ties it back up at 9 apiece. The Wildcats getting a little confidence from what's going on so far here in the third set. They're getting blown out the first two sets, 25-4, 25-12. Mishandled ball on serve receive and out of bounds, and a point for the Wildcats. They pull ahead now 10-9, and they looked a little confused and stunned before. Smiles on their face right now as they know they're at least competing here in this third set. Rice gets the ball to Vanderwerf going left side, and Heisinger goes cross court, but that's going to go out of bounds wide right on her swing. Now a 2-point lead for the Wildcats, 11-9. Rice, again, not a great pass, and from behind the 10-foot line, nice spin return by Elise Ritzma, and a shot into the net by Lily Lucchini. Just inside the 10-foot line, puts it right to the bottom of the net. That is a point for the Crusaders, but they're still down yet, leading, trailing 11-10 on your New Medical Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. And a player not quite off the court, and the Crusaders serving, so we'll have to serve that one over. I'll thank a lot of our sponsors here. Home and Auto Sales, New Medical Center, Ballwig Implement, Dentistry of Wisconsin. A few of our many sponsors. Flat-footed shot there by Thompson. Nice diving save by Rice. Right back over on the Wildcat side, taking over the second hit, but a double contact on that shot over the net. Also Coles Community Funeral Home, Waupun Equipment Company, Redeker Dairy, W&D Novice. Going through the list right now. Williams just shanks off her arms and out of bounds on the libero. Crusaders get the point, and they lead now 12-11. Seed Time and Harvest, welcome them aboard on their first time sponsoring a sporting event here at CWC. Glad to have them aboard. Mike Perry over there. Talked to him yesterday. And a top to the left side. He is out of bounds on the shot by Tabitha Bawalda. This is by a few feet deep. Ergo Bank also, another one of our sponsors, Municipal Well and Pump. Got openings over there. Give Scott a call. And Municipal Well and Pump, and a proud sponsor of high school sports. Williams saves it in the back row for the Wildcats. Left side attack now from Thompson off the block and out of bounds off the hands of the Crusaders. And they're swinging with some confidence. Gracie Thompson, also Emeka Marquez, both getting some good swings out there, and ball getting popped up. They're competing here in this third set. Serving the net, just what you don't want from Claire Williams. You want to get every chance you can against a very good Crusader team. We're tied at 13 apiece, and Aaron Rice back to serve for the Crusaders. They may be getting pumped up from their cheering section. Walda keeps it alive, pushed over by KK Vanderwerf, and save attempt in the back row by the libero Claire Williams goes underneath the net. And that is a point for the Crusaders, back up 14-13. Leading by just 1 point, but it's a competitive third set here at Christian School. Right side attack, that's hit in the middle. Rice will pop it over to Vanderwerf. Middle attack by Smith, and she'll hammer one down past the block and on the floor for the Crusaders. 15-13 the lead now for CWC. Yeah, busy week. Could be a couple nights of volleyball yet, and a Thursday and a Saturday for a regional championship. Walda taps it back over, back on the Crusader side. Gonna set it out to Thompson on the left side. That's gonna hit the net, go over, and then put down with the left hand by Abby McCardle. Going up there and putting it away. She had the big block against Meese earlier, and big smile on her face as she puts it down with the left hand. 15-14 the lead for the Crusaders, and back to serve will be Ella Tratz. Barely clearing the net, and a perfect spot to put it right on the 10-foot line by Tratz. Doing a little dance out there. And they're getting into it, having some fun. Here are the Wildcats in Waupun tonight. Tratz with another serve. Going to get popped up close to the net. Vanderwerf, good job. That's into the Smeese and did not clear on Smeese's hit. But a good job by Vanderwerf, tight to the net. Still gets it up there pretty good for Ada Smeese. And now the lead back in the hands of the Wildcats. Serving again is Ella Tratz. The pops it over to Vanderwerf, sets it right in front of her, over to Smeese, block back over on the CWC side, and they're doing a lot better on Ada Smeese, who had her way for the first 2 sets against the Wildcats, but they blocked a few and put that one back over along the net and back on the floor on the Crusader side. Walda tight to the net, and that's going to get put over again, waiting for it. Abby McCardle again, a passing error, overpass, and McCardle willing to go up there and put it away. Point for the Wildcats. Up by 3 now, 18-15. Another mishandled ball and a free ball for the Wildcats. Williams, good pass up front over to Tratz. And it's going to be kind of an awkward hit by Abby McCardle. Kind of got twisted around and pops it in the air. Way out of bounds to her side. Point for CWC. CWC would love to just to kind of finish this strong and not make this a close set. Right down to the wire against the Wildcats. Avery Slings back in to serve now for the Crusaders. That one is popped in the air by Peyton Shipman. Middle attack, kept alive by Ritzma. Close to that, Vanderwerf will throw it to the back. Williams passes in the front, that's pushed to the back of the Crusaders. And then pushed over the second, hit tight to the net for Vanderwerf. Left side attack now by Thompson. The looping shot hit up by Ritzma, and then Bawalda takes it on the line. Maybe our best volley of the night so far. Tratz, as I say that, probably jinxed Ella Tratz, and she put it right into the net. And that is a point for CWC. They're back within a point now, trailing 18-17. Another serve for Slings. They're going to chase the setters now, and they're going to get it over to Thompson on the left side, popped up by Slings. Quick set over to Smeese off the block, and puts it down for the Crusaders. We are now tied at 18 apiece. Another timeout taken by Wild Rose. Back in 30 seconds with more Crusader volleyball on Radio Plus.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Competition, all in fun here between the two cheering sections. Having fun tonight here. Raucous crowd and still having fun even though it was a blowout in the first 2 sets. This one competitive. We're at 18 apiece in the 3rd set. Crusaders trying to serve here to take the lead. Avery Slings again with the serve. That one is passed up. Good job by Elm to get down and save it. That's going to go off the block and out of bounds. And a touch by the Crusaders off Smeese's hands and out of bounds. And a point to Wild Rose, not going away here in the 3rd set. And don't forget, we'll be bringing you the rest of the run here for the Crusaders. No matter how far they go, we'll be here for them. Right here on RadioPlusInfo.com and also on 103.3 FM. Swing by Smeese off the block and then lands on the floor in front of Ella Tratz. And that is a point for the Crusaders, tying it up at 19 apiece. Tabitha Bawalda back to serve now for CWC, and that's going to be actually out of bounds. Just a few inches deep. Line judge kind of saying that was in at first, but said no, that was out by a few inches. Wild Rose gets the point, and the lead now 20-19. Back set right side, and that's just pushed over by Smeese. Not a perfect connection on the slide over there, but a good job by KK to get it up there, and Smeese just to direct it off to the right on the line. And that ties this thing up at 20 apiece. Ada Smeese again with the serve. Smeese's serve, that's going to get blasted about 5 feet deep. And that gives a point to Wild Rose. Again, some things to talk about with Danton Apel and his team is having trouble as they brought some of the replacement players in, then when they brought the starters back out, getting that rhythm and that mojo back again. So towards the back line, Ritzma keeps it alive. Buwalda steps in and back over to Ritzma, rolls it over and finds some open court just past the 10-foot line. Big point there for the Crusaders, tying it up at 21 apiece. And the winner of this match will be playing coming up on Thursday against the winner of the Oakfield hosting Lourdes Academy match being played tonight in Oakfield. Vanderwerf, a little floater high off the arms of Thompson, can't control it, but they finally do get it back over. Good job by Williams chasing it down. Here goes Ritzma from the left side and hammers it right down to the middle of the court for a kill and a point for the Crusaders. They now get the lead back at 22-21. KK Vanderwerf back to serve now for Central Wisconsin Christian. Vanderwerf surges barely, clearing the net. Popped up. Helm pops it back up and rolled back over by Lucchini. Heisinga gets it over to Ritzma on the left side. That is dug out by Marquez. He's going to get it back on the left side down the line. Popped up by Rice. And now Heisinga will push it over off the block, and Williams steps in to keep the ball alive. Get it over to Marquez, and the left side block is up. Now that did not clear on that third, but covering it up pretty good on that swing was Kate DeVries. He'll be changing the shot. Now a 2-point lead. Crusaders now only 2 points away from straight sets victory here and moving on to the semifinals. That's going to be a double contact by Elm. Going to chunk that one a little bit. And now this is match point for the Crusaders, leading 24-21. KK Vanderwerf serving for the match. Hard bullet over, and Marquez keeps it alive. Williams gets it back over and rolled over by Thompson. Heisinga going far left side and a little too far off the court for even Elise Ritzma to get to, and that's out of bounds. A point for Wild Rose, who has to put a couple of points together to stay alive, trailing 24-22. Another match point for the Crusaders. Marquez with a serve. Buwalda's pass, that's going to chase Ritzma in the back row, and no one can get to it. That's a point for Wild Rose. They're 1 point away from extending this into extra points if they can win this point. 24-23, Crusaders. Marquez again back to serve. Crusaders for the match. Rice good pass this time to Vanderwerf. Back sets it over to Ritzma. That's into the net and on the floor. And Central Wisconsin Christian weathers the storm and wins 25-23 in the third set after winning the first set 25-4 and the second set 25-12. And that is the match the Crusaders will be hosting here coming up on Thursday night at 7 o'clock against the winner of Oakfield, who is taking on Oshkosh Lourdes Academy tonight. And we'll find that, I'm sure, before the end of the night. But we'll have their match against whoever at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. We'll come back with some interviews with Coach Danton Apel and some of his players coming up in just a few minutes. Crusader Volleyball on Radio Plus.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA Insurance at 324-20.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
The power of intelligent farming is here. The remark.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Redeker Dairy Equipment has been taking care of the needs of area farmers for over 50 years. They're your one-stop shop for Delaval milking equipment. And Redeker Dairy Equipment sells and maintains every system from rotary parlors to robotic equipment. They'll deliver chemicals, dips, and supplies right to your farm. Redeker has an electrical department that offers residential, commercial, and industrial services, and they also provide refrigeration services. Good luck, Crusaders, from Redeker Dairy Equipment in Brandon.
How do you make the most of your land? The Mosers do it with their John Deere Gator XUV 590M. That's how they cram a lot of the work in each day. And with a 900-pound payload capacity, they have the power to move on to what's next.
We're always switching gears.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Ballwig Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun, and Ballwig Turf and Leisure North Spring Street Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by W&D Navas, a family-owned business operating in the Waupun area for over 60 years. Their third generation is very involved in the running of the business. W&D Navas is a commercial industrial business specializing in convenience stores, fast food restaurants, auto parts stores, and apartment complexes, along with a landscape rock division. No job is too big for the professionals at W&D Navas Waupun, a proud longtime supporter of Christian education and the Central Wisconsin Christian Athletic Program.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
And welcome to Central Wisconsin Christian School. It's a party atmosphere going on right now, and this is just for night number one of the postseason. But I got Coach Danson Apel with me right now, and of course Crusaders winning 25-4, 25-12, and 25-23. But talk about the performance of your team, especially in the first couple sets.
Yeah, I thought we played great early. First couple sets, we played really clean, served well, passed well. They couldn't touch much of our attack, and then we got a little sloppy in the third. But overall, it's a really good first win at tournaments, and happy to come out with a win.
Yeah, they did what they're supposed to do against a team like that. You're outsized, and you're just open season, and nobody really going up to block in those first two sets. And Ada Smeese and Elise Ritzma, putting the ball away numerous times, nobody going up on them hardly.
Yeah, they had 12 and 13 kills in a pretty short match. They both hit, kind of a crazy efficiency number for both of them tonight. And I know in practice I don't like it when there's not a big block up in front of me and those girls are hitting, so I kind of felt bad for that.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. You guys did everything just fundamentally sound, and like I said, got a little sloppy maybe, and that really made it interesting. It gave you some drama with the night in that third set, but who kind of stood out with numbers here tonight?
Yeah, Elise Ritzma led us with 13 kills, Ada Smees with 12, KK Vanderwerf, of course, led us in assists with 26. Elise Ritzma 4 aces, and Aaron Rice with 19 digs.
Just trying to get my next interviews ready here.
Bring Elise in here, yeah.
But again, you don't know who you're going to play yet. You didn't get any results from that Oakfield.
I don't know yet. Oakfield or Oshkosh Lords.
I already got the update from KK Vanderwerp beforehand. She said that already gave me the lowdown on Oakfield, saying they're a much improved team since the last time you played them, in case you have to play them on Thursday.
Yeah, I think that's really true. They've been playing really good lately, so I don't know if they'll win tonight for sure, but we saw them earlier this year, and I think it was kind of during a low point for them, so I expect a lot more from them this time if it's who we see.
Well, go have fun with the party going on here between the Wild Rose fans and maybe one of the greater student sections I've seen in a while with CWC, but a great atmosphere, and it should be fun again on Thursday night. So good luck on whoever you play then. We'll be here.
We'll see you Thursday.
And Danson Apel joining as the head coach for the Crusaders, and talking to Elise Ritzman. Everybody else kind of went to shower up already to get ready for the big party going on out here, but Elise, just talk about your match tonight. You kind of had them overmatched in those first two sets, but they kind of came back on you and kind of caught you guys a lot back on your heels. But fun match tonight, though.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So the one went well. You already had some pretty good swings up there, and you took advantage of your height here tonight, didn't you?
Yes, thank you. Definitely did.
So what do you got to do? You might have to play Oakfield coming up, and they were a pretty tough team just after losing a couple of their main players when you played them last time. You expect to see a lot more out of them coming up. They were a pretty big team.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think we just got to get more together, more clicking together with hits and scrappiness and stuff, but I think we'll be good for them.
How's your ankle or leg or whatever that was hurting before? Is that 100% or will it ever be 100%?
I don't think it will ever be 100%. Today was a little bit rough, but I tried not to show it.
Well, nice match tonight.
Thank you.
And Elise Ritzma joining us here after the big win for Crusaders, winning 3-0 here in the quarterfinals of Division IV volleyball. And Jeff and I will be back coming up on Thursday night. No matter who they play, whether it's Oakfield or Lord's Academy, should be a great night coming up in the regional semifinals on Thursday night. So again, join us on Radio Plus. Again, the Crusaders winning tonight by scores of 25-4, 25-12, and 25-23, and move on to the next phase, which is Thursday night right here in this gym. Should be a raucous crowd. Come on down, cheer on for the Crusaders. If you can't get here, make sure to watch it on RadioPlusInfo.com. Have yourself a great night.
Most of us plan ahead in life. We plan for our wedding, our children's education, family vacations, and other life events. Understanding the benefits of pre-planning your funeral has prompted many to take the step and plan for their own arrangements. The biggest reason is so your family is put at ease by knowing your decisions are taken care of. The burden is lifted off their shoulders. Call 324-5547 to discuss pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Coles Community Funeral Homes, Markesan, Randolph, and Waupun.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Mary, and I was treated at the New Medical Center for knee pain. I couldn't walk long distances, stand up from a chair easily, or do stairs well. Now I can do all of these things and walk 2 miles.
Hi, my name is Linda. I was treated at the New Medical Center for pain in both of my knees, and it has made a huge difference. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I couldn't get up and down easily off the floor after playing with my grandkids. Getting up off the couch at night was difficult. Now I can do all of that. Right now I have no pain in my knees. I would definitely recommend this procedure to anybody who has pain in their knees, and I would recommend that you do it sooner rather than later.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Home and